Aloha, my name is Solomon Enos. I've been given the opportunity to work with a larger collective of urban artists as part of the Hawaii POW WOW HAWAII happening, and this is something that was put together by Jasper Wong and a host of other volunteers and folks. And there are, my understanding, there's about 50 or 60 artists involved. About half of them are international artists. I'm working here. With me are some of the other young Hawaiian artists that I've worked with on several other projects. And so,
Kahi, I'm from Oahu.
I'm given the opportunity to work in one section with a large group of Native artists on the artification, part of the artification of kaka'ako. It's an opportunity to step outside of my comfort zone, for sure. Any opportunity to decriminalize creativity, to decriminalize art is vital. And there's some interesting statement right behind me that says if you need, if you want to seek greatness, don't ask for permission. And I think there's a certain amount of truth to that. And I would also offer a amendment to that thought. It's like, if you're gonna go and do a big mural or a big protest image outside of a military base or outside of a bank, yeah, don't ask permission, just go do it. But if you're gonna go and graffiti outside of a mom and pop store, that's gonna make them, have to go out of business because nobody wants to go there because it looks all run down, then it's a lose-lose situation, yeah? However, if in that instance you go, hui, kalamai, I'm an artist and, can I do some artwork outside of your building? Maybe if you want to give me some ideas and then I'm, help to make your place a little bit more beautiful. If somebody is receptive to that and they feel good about what you're doing, then it's a win-win situation. It's an interesting statement. Don't ask for permission, just do art. That's interesting. However, I think there's a time and place when you need to go through the proper protocols. And I think that's something that as a Hawaiian artist is really important. It's almost, I think what we're representing is that kind of mindfulness, a way of bringing the sacredness back to the art, and to art form. And I think being able to work and learn from these international artists and exposing these students to these international artists is another big reason why I'm here. So this mural just started. It wasn't something that we really thought about being really a cohesive body, with the exception we're all taking a different section of this wall. We're outside of the Friends of the Library building, and we're all taking a different section along the wall. And what we're going to do towards the end is weave components of our art together. So we're starting at specific points along the wall, and towards the end we're going to unite them. And that might mean one element of my piece might snake its way over to another. Corey's piece, and it might snake it's over to Kai's piece. And I think just that suggestive of individuality, but there still being some kind of umbilical cord or something that connects us all together. I'm really new to this kind of art form, and it's really what I see other artists doing. In fact, right behind me is a prime example of that, where you have one technique blending into the other. Where we have this face moving along, and then there is this sort of this black and white curling element going in there. So, it is an example of what happens when you have, and these two guys are working side by side and they're bringing their aesthetic together. And so we're actually vibing off of what these international artists are doing. In the past, what we've done is that we've actually worked on a piece together, we've conceptualized it together, we sketched it out together, and then we would, and then execute it together. Yeah. But this kind of style is everybody starts from their own individual point, and then we work our way together. So it can feel a little bit disjointed, but I think that's just the style. I think that's a sort of a way of, representative of community. Everybody's an individual, but everybody's also connected. The walls around kaka'ako have different lifespans. This building is going to be up for another 3 years. So these murals are probably going to hang out for as long, but there are some walls that are temporary construction walls along Ala Boulevard. Those probably may not last a year. So it'll all depend.
We know you're actually one of the few lucky practicing artists that doesn't really have a 9-to-5 job, you can practice all the time. Does that help your vision of art?
Oh my goodness. I think being able to be present, being able to be constantly working with art, or being surrounded by art all the time, what that allows me to do is that when I show up on a scene like this, I feel completely confident to just jump right in. And if folks need a hand with their work, because I'm constantly immersed in art, I'm able to, I feel like I'm able to actually help them to translate what they're trying to do. And so it hopefully makes me, I feel like I'm a kind of an asset in that respect, as somebody that could be to offer a certain level of structure.
Where does it leave graffiti and become wall mural wall art?
Oh, that's a really good question. There are some pieces that are going up which I kind of have to say, like, okay, I don't know if I would have chose that subject, but it's gonna be very subjective. But one thing I would say along those lines is, as an artist, I often think it's not as important to say, how do I want to draw this? It's what do I want to draw? Yeah, it's not how to draw. It's what do you choose to say? So I think from a Hawaiian perspective, art for art's sake is, I don't think it's as common. If you're gonna create art, it's really meant to communicate something. It has to be practical, and it has to be conveying some kind of a message. And I don't know if you find anything outside of that, within traditional art. My name is Solomon Enos. I'm working on this wall here in Kaka'ako as part of the POW WOW HAWAII group. Hope you get a chance to come on by and check it out. It's going to be here for a while.